Put it on them, make them wanna marry me. I put it on them, make them wanna marry me. I put it on them, make them wanna marry me. He love the way I throw it like a picture on the mind. I put it on them, make them wanna wipe a bitch night. Y'all, I love that song so much. I love that song, y'all. I love it. I love it. It's the bee's knees. It's a legendary bop. Throw that thing up in there for Grammy considerations, because at the end of the day, the girls are mad. But listen, y'all. What's up? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. And this video is none other than my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 12, Episode 1. Y'all, this is crazy. It was a pretty good episode. You know, I wasn't too upset about it. I'm really looking forward to, the ratchet festivities that will be taking place as this season progresses. As I say, let the games begin. Let the chickens hen, whatever the case may be. But y'all, let's get it started, okay? So we start off with Spice. Spice says, my world just come crashing down. Last thing I remember when I was going into the emergency surgery, they were looking puzzled. Fighting for my life. Fighting the sepsis infection that took all over my organs. She says, Mama tell Chris when them they said this, but truth is, October 21st, 2022, I died and God gave me another chance, a second chance, and I'm still here. So first and foremost, I want to say this. I think that as a people, I love the fact that we are all, that we are all very open about surgery, that we're all very, proactive. And if you have something to change, you want to change it. But I think the issue comes in is when, things aren't necessarily necessary for real, and it puts your life at stake. And I'm really happy that, Spice is here. Spice didn't need to get any extra surgery, no tummy tucks. And that was another thing. I was like, emergency surgery, Spice. I heard it was a liposuction in the BBL, but I don't know if that's emergency surgery unless you're talking about after the BBL and liposuction. But, at the end of the day, I'm just really happy that Spice is here. I love her music. I'm a huge dancehall fan. And, period. So we see her, she in the house, she preparing her kids to get ready to go to the airport because they're getting ready to go back to Jamaica because the school year is starting. She says that she really doesn't really trust people, not trust people, she really doesn't trust her kids to live there. She feels that her kids are more safer in Jamaica. Plus the schooling is better, honestly, if you really ask me. But, so we move on from that, okay? And we're at the Hype Hair event. Now, Kendra and Jock have made the cover of Hype Hair. Now, I understand Kendra, but I'm still trying to understand why is Jock on the cover of Hype Hair. I think it's a couples thing, but I'm like, Jock don't have long hair. So I just don't understand. And if if Jock didn't walk up in this party looking like Big Mama, I don't know what it is. Baby, he had that hair dyed blonde. And it looked a complete mess. Jock looks a fucking fool at all days and all times. But let's continue. So we see them interviewing people. We see them, we see the girls, walking in. We see Erica, strutting in there. Erica Mina, that is. We see Rashida up in there. We see everybody. And they ask, Kirk as soon as he walks in, because there's a fake interviewer that's hired by Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So he says, Kirk, and your 3 earrings, how do you keep things fresh in your marriage? Kirk says, I mean, we like friends. And partners. So, it's exciting, every day that we wake up to see one another. It's a beautiful day, to see her, I guess. But yes, then the interviewer asked Erica Mena, how's your relationship with Safari? She says, there is no relationship. He's my kid's business, and me and him are just trying to be cordial towards one another, and that's that. I was like, we'll see, girl, because he gonna have you crying up in the car in a minute. Rennie Rucci, I don't know who the hell that is, but I don't know who this light-skinned hussy is. I don't like her. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. I don't like Rennie Rucci. I don't think I'm gonna see it for her. I don't think I'm gonna see it for her at all, y'all. She gives me bad energy, bad vibes, and a bad attitude and a bad wig installment. I don't like any of it at all. So she says, yeah, because, when we broke up, we good. At the end of the day, me and this unnamed person that nobody really knows the name of that broke up that people are asking me about, yeah, we good. We ended things on amicable terms. Yeah, period. I was like, why are y'all asking about this? Like, because who knows her? Who is trying to interview Rennie Rucci? Can somebody let me? Who knows anybody that Rennie Rucci is dated? Who knew her before the show? I really did not. Not saying that that's not a possibility that some people knew her, but majority of the people, I don't really know. But anyway, Scrappy gives an update on his marriage, and he says, he was gonna say something, but then Chaotic said, they working it out. I was like, shut up, Chaotic. Chaotic just gives me a real dusty tease. Like he's covered in a thin layer of shit powder and dust. Like I just want to hit that nigga with a wash rag. But let's continue. So they end up revealing the cover. The cover looks amazing. Like Kendra looks beautiful. That hair is looking like it's coming straight out of the root. And that thing is coiffed, laid on the side, with some wavy stuff going on. I don't know the name of the waves, and stuff like maraschino waves, or is that cherries? I don't know. But, she looks good. Jock looks like Jock. So we're going to move on because Jock, I'm tired of this auntie looking nigga. I don't like Jock like that anyway. He's another one of those nasty dusties. Thank God he found love in hip hop, because if he didn't, he would still be Ubering to this day. All right. So we are introduced to Chaotic. Chaotic lets us know that he coming from Miami. He's coming to try to, figure things out in Atlanta. And I'm just like, who asked this nigga to come here? Who did that? Which one of y'all are like, which one of you niggas told Chaotic to fly out to Atlanta to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Mona, if you had anything to do with this, I wish you hell. I wish you hell if you had anything to do with this dusty ass nigga. One thing I don't like about Chaotic is that this nigga is just a little bit too cocky for my liking. He's a dusty. He has nothing going on. We never heard of his music. He's just a reject. He tries too hard. He's so fucking immature for his fucking age. I guarantee you that nigga's in his mid to late 30s. Let me look and see how old Chaotic is. Give me a second. I guarantee you that nigga spelled his name with a K. This nigga 38 years old and pursuing a rap career. I'm fucking done. Anyway, these niggas are jokes. So, we are introduced to him, and then all of a sudden, while, he's out here doing his rounds around the party, we hear, could everybody please come and bring it to the back? We have a special guest, because at the end of the day, this guest is special. They draw back the blinds, and gosh darn it, y'all, it's the legendary Erica Banks. Who I was like, not y'all built this up and it's just Erica. Erica Banks, you mean bust it? wait, how does it go? Like, Roll that shit up, roll that shit up, roll that shit up, roll that shit up, roll that nigga up, roll that nigga up, roll that nigga up. But she performed, y'all. And she performed this like, this song called Ain't Got Time, and it's pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. It ain't better than what Megan could have did. But, excuse me. I'm still trying to learn this, but good nonetheless. Oh, my bad. It was good nonetheless. It was a good effort. I think the song is good. I think Erica Banks has a lot of potential, and if she plays her cards right, she could really catapult this into a real, successful rap career that is not underneath, Megan Thee Stallion shadow, So if she keeps it up, she could do a pretty good job. I like the song or whatever, I like the beat, so it was cute. I'm not mad at it or whatever the case may be. So, let's move on. So while she performing, Scrappy, the married man of marriedness, the nigga that's married of the married of niggas, he up there talking about, at the end of the day, me and the band, we got some stuff going on in our mirror right now. But at the end of the day, I ain't mad at the view, you heard. I was like, you old ass nigga who finally found a motherfucking gym. Shut up. What are you gonna like? When are you gonna grow up, Scrappy? When are you gonna grow up with your bitch ass? Huh? I cannot stand you old ass 40 almost year old niggas who love to act like y'all 17 years old. You niggas really need help. You niggas really need help and a therapist and some accountability. Anyway, so Scrappy says he likes the view. After she performs, she goes over to greet Erica, Mina, and Rashida. She goes over there to Rashida. And she says, hey, hey, y'all. And I'm going to admit, Erica Banks has a really fun energy. She seems like a really cool chick. It's like, she seems really cool to talk to. I think she cool. Maybe she just got a bad rap, because Carl Crawford ended up trying to pit her against his other artist who was Megan Thee Stallion. And, we had a stalemate, so maybe, outside of that, she really is a good person. I don't know yet. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it. I like Erica Banks. I like her. I like her on this show. I like her as a Love and Hip Hop cast member. I like her as that, But yeah. So she tells them, oh my God, y'all, it's like I already know y'all, because we all watch, Erica Mina basically get beat up all throughout the New York franchise. And we all seen Rashida get cheated on, get babies had on her and everything else like that. So I feel like I know them too. Michael, get out. I feel like I know them too at the end of the day. So I'm not even mad at it. So let's move on. So Rennie Rucci comes over. And in the confessionals, she's talking about, the only thing that, I really know about Erica is the fact that she had a dude who had a crush on me. But at the end of the day, I ain't even worried about her like that. So I could care less. You must care because you're bringing it up. She hasn't mentioned you at all in her interviews or her confessionals, but you got her fucking name in your mouth. One thing this is a very tired ass way of trying to create drama with people that we've all seen on this show before, where it's like this mysterious nigga who y'all used to talk to in the past who created beef that's only one-sided and the other person could really care, but you're gonna want to make it believe that they care just so you could try to create an issue with them to have a storyline because you really don't got shit going on. It's so weird how we know more about the niggas that you dated except the music that you're supposedly putting out. You weirdo. Move on. You better leave Erica alone. Damn it. I like her. I will be eating you up every week. You better leave her alone. So, so after Erica Banks goes over and talks to the ladies, she goes over to the men and she says, she's greeting them, dapping them up. Mind you, I think the shit is very platonic. I don't know what everybody was up in her arms in because, she was just talking to people just like regular. So she says to Scrappy, she was like, you know, the last time I seen you, hold on, my dog is over here acting crazy in the background. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Michael, what did you do? Go over there and sit down, bro. Why do you like to do this when I'm, come over here and sit down. Go, come here. Please sit down. Thank you. Sit. Go sit. Go home. Thank you. Sit. I said go home. Thank you. All right. My bad, y'all. Excuse me. Puppy business. But so Erica goes over there with the men and she's saying, you know, what's up to Scrappy? She was like, you know, the last time I seen you, you was at the game. You was up there. You was lit. And she just chilling and talking, you know, it's nothing, you know, flirtatious, not in my opinion. And then, you know, here comes Rashida says, she's like, you know, are you serious? You know, Rashida got that voice like, are you serious? You know, a whole thirst pie. Scrap is on some BS. You have a whole wedding ring on to the BAM, and the BAM is in a corner watching you. You should just chill. Like, you know something, Rashida? I know your husband may have been fucking other bitches, getting hoes pregnant, you know, having illegitimate children outside of the marriage, leaving you home to just be by yourself with the kid, you know, with your son that be planning his booty hole and sending it to other men, allegedly on, you know, on social media. But at the end of the day, Rashida, he like this woman is just having a platonic conversation. Not everything is a way to try to fuck somebody's man. There are women and men who could just have simple conversation that's not, you know, X-rated. Like have some fucking brains about yourself. You don't have to be so fucking what do you want to call it? You know, male identified. Like ain't nobody out here trying to be a hoe or trying to be no third spot. She just trying to create conversation. She has to get to know the cast, including the niggas. It ain't her fault that Scrappy don't know how to keep his dick in the house. That ain't her fault. At the end of the day, Bambi knew Scrappy wasn't shit when she met him. Because Bambi watched this nigga play in Shay's face, play in Erica's face, and then she got the nigga thinking that she won a prize, and all she won was a heartache. I'm tired of you hoes up here acting like y'all don't know what niggas ain't. Well, you know niggas ain't shit. Like y'all be getting into relationships knowing that the nigga been cheating the last 5 relationships. Then you surprised when a nigga cheating on you and you want to be heartbroken and crying. At the end of the day, when you had him and everybody else was warning you that he wasn't a fuck nigga, you was throwing it in your face that you had him and he was your prize. Y'all was getting married. The only reason that y'all are married is because the other women decided not to go through with the marriage because Scrappy ain't shit. You actually went through with it. But at the end of the day, don't be trying to use Bambi's pain to try to call Erica Banks a hoe when she ain't doing anything, especially when you how many times have you been falsely accused of something? Didn't you Kirk and his 3 earrings get ate up the last time you hopped in somebody's business when you decided to try to get in K Michelle's business when it came to Memphis, and then Memphis ended up dribbling Toya Johnson head like a basketball down the free throw line? Is it just me? Mind your damn business, Rashida. This is why you can't rap. This is why when you rap like Shawty Lo, this is why every single time you rap, all I hear is a hip, a hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop the rig up to the bang bang. You know, that's what I hear because you're not focused on your craft. You focus on other people fucking relationships. You need to go and make sure that Kirk and his sludge slime, is mine and his private parts in the house. But anyway, so Bambi is letting us know what's up. She was like, Scrappy and I have gone through, some beautiful times. We go through all of the different montages of them having these beautiful times. Oh, I'm going to marry you. Oh, I got a house for us. Oh, this and all that. And then, some bad times. You know, what you doing with this hoe? Why you mess with that hoe? Why you mess with this hoe? Why you mess with that hoe? And we see basically the duality of their relationship, you know, the ups and the downs, which is more downs than it seems to be ups, if you ask me. And then she says, you know, when I came home from Vegas, I was hopeful about the relationship, but ultimately I had to file for divorce once and for all. And I was like, so you filed for divorce multiple times, but okay. So yeah, so now we see Yandy. You know, I was like, Lord Jesus, I miss my poisonous frog. Shout out to Forest Rocks. Y'all, Yandy looked like a poisonous frog. Y'all know them bright colored frogs with them green eyes that if you touch it, you get boils and stuff. That's Yandy. Yandy is a poisonous frog. But the poisonous frog says that she's been busy traveling, working, and being a wife. And I was like, you also forget that you still have not signed your marriage certificate to Mendices because you don't want those baby mamas to garnish your wages. But all right. And then, you know, so the girls are meeting up. You know, we see Jessica White, the supermodel. She pops up and I'm like, girl, why are you here? What are you doing? Like, you know, what are you doing on this show? You are a whole supermodel. You don't know, you wasn't able to pivot your career into something better. Now, I had to go look up her age to go see how old she was. And that's when I understood, you know, she's about to be 40 soon. So she's 38, by the way. So, you know, I had to realize, okay, that's probably why she's not really in, you know, the runway anymore like she used to be. Because as you get older, they use younger models. You kind of age out unless you're like really solidified as one of the GOATs, one of the legendary, you know, runway walkers. And they always want you to be there as, you know, just a tribute to your legacy that you made. But majority of those girls are like 90s supermodels, you know, outside of the supermodels that we have. Now, I don't know if she was a supermodel. I mean, she was doing couture fashion, but I just never heard of her. But then again, I'm not really into the whole fashion realm like that. So who knows? But, you know, Rashida, you know, brings the girls all together to go to this rec shop. So, you know, a rec shop is, you know, where they destroy different things to get out frustrations. And then Rashida says, you know, at the end of the day, we are moms, business women, and you know, Jeremy added in, you know, y'all also dumbass women who get cheated on by fuck niggas who y'all know better than to be messing with in the first place. But, you know, that's besides the point. And so she was like, you know, so at the end of the day, we're going to take our frustration and we gonna wreck every single thing in here. You know, and I got pictures of every single one of y'all significant others just so we can get to this, because at the end of the day, these niggas be stressing us out. And then she says, you know, oh, Jessica, you know, welcome. I'm sorry, I don't have no anything for you, but are you in a relationship with a nigga that's stressing you out? Oh, you want to talk about that? Oh, we'll talk about it later. All right. And I'm just like, who told Rashida that who made Rashida the center of this show? Who did that? Who said that Rashida should be mentoring anybody? Why is that a thing? Why is Rashida like acting like she's the mentor for these women? Like, girl, you just as dumb as they are. You still with a man who had an illegitimate child on you, who walks around, acts like he's not even interested in you like that. He's still not happy. I can see that. But anyway, I guess we're just going to fake and act like y'all just worked through all y'all relationship woes and your public embarrassment with him having that baby with Jasmine Blue. But all right. But, you know, so we see Sierra. Hey, Sierra, how you doing, sis? And Sierra says, you know, when it comes to business, you know, I got that on lock. But my relationship is kind of, you know, rocky. Me and Eric were supposed to get married in Cabo, but, you know, that's put on hold. Like, our relationship is just really crazy right now, man. Like, we just don't get along. You want to know what happens when you don't get along with the person that you're with in a relationship? You break up. You don't force yourself. You don't force to be in something that does not work if you guys are not compatible. Like, just to be in a relationship and get married. That's how you keep yourself in the stress. If you really want to be able to be happy, be stress-free. Find somebody who really holds the, the moral compass that you want a man to have and that you actually can really vibe with as a person and that you're really friends with. See, a lot of y'all are just getting with niggas who dick y'all down really good, who has a little bit of money, who has a little bit of masculinity and who's willing to kind of get down on one knee, but y'all not friends with them. They don't honor y'all as people. And then y'all in relationship that really doesn't offer you anything but pain and misery. So like, to me, that's what this is. That's a reflection. Y'all not meant to be together. Then get rid of the relationship. What do you stand in something for? Y'all fall in love with niggas way too easy. Way too easy. Get rid of this nigga. And it's strange that you date fuck nigga after fuck nigga. You gotta really take time, be single, and reevaluate what's in yourself that makes you decide to pick the man that you pick, Sierra. Because I like you, even though you bust Carly in her head, which she didn't deserve that. But Carly deserved it now, though. I was so happy we didn't see Carly on this episode, y'all. I can't stand that hoe. But let's move on. So, Erica is now, Erica is starting her smash session. At first it was Jessica, but Jessica was kind of smashing things. She was like, she was doing a very pretty girl. Erica say, bitch, move. At the end of the day, I got some shit to get out my chest. And Erica say, this is for dancing in Jamaica when Legend was out here in NICU. This is for fucking these hoes. This is for having that threesome without me. This is for eating that whole coochie. This is for playing with my heart. This is for that. And this is for that. I was like, by the time you smash this shit for all of the shit Safari done to you, you ain't gonna have nothing to smash left. You ain't gonna have nothing to smash left, sis. Like, but you have to once again, this man literally was out here cheating on Nicki Minaj. Cheating on Nicki Minaj with no job, nothing, nothing to show for it, no real responsibilities, and you think that he's gonna do you right? Like, I don't understand. Why don't y'all pay attention to the Yelp reviews? Shout out to Erica De Niro. Y'all get with these fuck niggas and then be hurt and mad when they turn out to be fucking niggas. Like, what type of insanity is this bullshit? Like, if I just seen you cheat on 5 niggas and you try to come to me, I ain't gonna be the 6th nigga that you cheated on. You need to go get help. At the end of the day, I'm gonna move on to somebody that actually treats me right. So, Erica, you can smash as much as you want to do, but at the end of the day, like Spice said, you was fucking on your friends, man. Because Safari was with Nicki Baby and you was fucking him then, apparently, allegedly. And then you were fucking him when he was with your other friend. What was it, Esperanza? Or Espalda? Espionage? Or what the hell was her name? She was a Panamanian princess. Who was she? Espolita. Damn it, Espolita. Like, so you can smash all you want, but at the end of the day, the sympathy is not really here for you because you're a bitch. So at the end of the day, you're not a nice person. So anything that happens to you, sis, is in the cards for you. So, Jessica says, after all of this was said and done, they stand Jessica up and she basically opens up and she says, at the end of the day, I was in a relationship, with Nick Cannon for 8 years and I had a miscarriage. And I found out that during that miscarriage that Nick had already had somebody else pregnant. I saw this man being a father to my children. I would have never thought that he was just going to make me a part of a harem. And I was like, damn, Nick, you really ain't shit. Like, you are a disgusting nigga who you need a neuter. You need to be neutered, you little bitch. Like, you really sitting here playing with these women's hearts, impregnating them, leaving broken homes, broken hearts, and broken uteruses. And you had what are you trying to do? Like, you really are a fuckboy. And any woman who literally sits there and gives you a piece of their puss, unless you skeet up inside them, are literal dumbasses. And I'm really sorry for Jessica White because apparently she really was in a relationship with him before, he started doing all of this, popcorn, pregnancies all over the damn country and stuff like that. So my heart breaks for you, Jessica. I hope you really do find a little bit of healing through all of this because you deserve it. Okay. So let's move on. So this is when Rashida says to her, she was like, I know it's painful, but I know shit is painful, but at the end of the day, there's something that you can learn from this. Like, it's something that you can learn from this. Did you learn anything from it, Rashida? What the fuck did you learn from your nigga having a baby on you? Cause you still with the nigga. We ain't seen you move on. We ain't seen you treat yourself like you deserve better. We didn't see you do anything that you was supposed to do. You sat there, got embarrassed, took the nigga back and complained about it. And then, started to take your anger out on everybody else because you was miserable, because you was in a terrible relationship with a man who didn't honor you either. I don't like, y'all, who decided that Rashida was the voice of reason in this damn cast? Can somebody please bring back like Jessica Don, please? Can somebody please bring back Jessica Don? Please. That's the one for me. So now we at the next scene. So Spice is at the airport. She was like, being at the airport with my children makes me want to cry, but I'm gonna put a vest on. And, but my schedule is so hectic that at the end of the day, I could not properly take care of my children if they were to stay here in my care. Her kids, she said, were helping her heal. Then she kind of, after she drops off her kids, she's kissing them on the head. It's very touching. I love me some Spice. She says that, the blogs was definitely, saying I was dying and my children were going through it. And we basically see how the blogs that everybody was saying that she was dying, it was basically, affecting her children. Her son had messaged, her cousin and her brother basically saying, bring my mama home to me. And apparently Nicholas, cause her son is named Nicholas and her daughter is named Nicola Toy. Which I strangely like that name. That is a really cute name to me. Nicola Toy. I love that. But we see that, we move on. So Scrappy and Kirk are going to go ride on ATVs. Scrap shows up to the ATV ride dressed like he going out to eat or something like that. And everybody's like, well, girl, why are you dressed like this? And he's up there like, I ain't no country bumpkin. I was like, you not a country bucket, but you are a country piece of shit though. A country fuck nigga, a country deadbeat, a country hoe. A country dumbass, a country two-timer, a country mama's boy. When your mom was spelling the word B-I-C-T-H and thought that was bitch, she was really describing you in different terms because you really are a bitch, Scrappy. I found that out this episode, but I think that you fine as hell. But at the end of the day, Scrappy, you a bitch. You a B-I-C-T-H and I ain't changing it. So Scrap said, so after they do the little rides and stuff like that, they asked, Scrap, did you enjoy it? He said, yeah, cause at the end of the day, it got my stress out because I'm a little bit stressed out. Scrap says, so Scrap basically lets us know that the band filed for divorce, but he ain't fighting it. Kirk says, you ain't gonna fight it? He was like, nah, I've been fighting since I got into the relationship. I was like, yeah, you've been fighting for it since you got into the relationship because you've been fucking other bitches and entertaining other hoes since you've been in the relationship. So of course you've been fighting since you've been in the relationship, Scrappy. If you wasn't fucking other hoes and playing games with other women, you wouldn't be fighting. And if you was paying your bills and taking care of your portions, you wouldn't be fighting, bro. But at the end of the day, you don't know how to be a man, so that's why you were fighting. You like to propose to women, tie them down. You like the idea of being in a relationship, of being in love, but you don't know anything about love. You don't know what love is if you don't put up a fight. Let me stop, y'all. So he says, I was doing all this special shit I couldn't do shows because I was taking her feeling into consideration. You heard? You want me to help you in the house, but you don't want me to make no money. I was like, I guarantee you he ain't making no money, and she don't want him to go on those tours because he fucking and entertaining other bitches while he on the road. I guarantee you that's exactly why. but you ain't fooling me. You like to tell people half truths and don't tell them the full thing. Then he says the text shit. I ain't even do nothing. I was just texting. I was just flirting a little bit. And Chaotic says, that's it? You was just flirting? Yes, Chaotic. I'm sorry to inform your dusty bum ass, but you cannot be texting and entertaining other bitches while you're in a whole fucking marriage. I don't know if you know anything about that, Chaotic. I fucking cannot stand Chaotic. Can we flick this nigga back to the flesh pits of fucking Miami, please? Like, you ignorant, dumb, bitch ass niggas always get on my motherfucking nerves. Anyway, so let's continue. So he said, but it wasn't even like me texting that was a problem. It was who I was texting. I was like, that sounds like a lie. It was the fact that you was texting and who you were texting, because you shouldn't have been texting nobody anyway. But it makes it even more disrespectful depending on who you texting. And she says, because it was like somebody I used to date. That's when we found out that he was texting Diamond, from Crime Mob. And Diamond, I used to really like you on the show, on some of the shows that you were in. I kind of liked you on Queens, of hip hop or whatever case you want to call it. That was on Week TV, with the other, washed up rappers. Bia ended up making it. The rest of you hoes didn't. I thought Breonna Perry was going to be the next thing, Maryland, Monroe. Do y'all remember that song, Maryland, Monroe? He said, I'm looking good. He called me Maryland. Y'all remember that song? I used to love that song, Marilyn Monroe by Breonna Perry. Whatever happened to her? Where is Breonna Perry, y'all? Let's go find her. So, he basically interested in Diamond. I just want to say, Diamond, what goes around comes around. You want to be petty and get with somebody that that's married or that's in a relationship, and that type of I'm sorry, y'all. That type of stuff is going to come back to bite. The same hurt that you're causing another woman to feel is the same hurt that's going to come back to you. It's really disrespectful. And I really thought that as you got older, especially because you were the one that broke up with Scrappy, that you would have grown mentally and emotionally as a person and matured as an adult. But it's very clear to see that you're still the same immature ass woman that we saw in that reality show that nobody liked you on when you had those stiff, hard wigs. So at the end of the day, Diamond, you don't impress me. And I see you in the previews ready to cut the fuck up on the show. But at the end of the day, Diamond, it's really fucking disgusting for you to be doing this to somebody, especially when he married to this woman and has kids with her. Just so you can get a little bit of dick, you deserve the worst. So now we at Kirk's Bistro event. Rashida says, at the end of the day, I want to thank y'all for being here because we're trying to basically change the menu style to more of a brunch menu style. So go around and, pick around and see what you like and let us know. Okay, Rashida. Once again, why are we acting like Rashida is the center of this show, of this fucking show? I really don't understand it, but I guess. So we see Erica Mena ask Chaotic, what's your intention here? He says, he's here to catch you. He's here to find some love. He's here, to find something, to find love. He said he's a catch, but he is controlling. I was like, you are such an ignorant, dumbass nigga that you really think that that's something to flex and talk about? That you controlling, and you are, but you ain't making no effort to change it. Could somebody please get this nigga off my screen? Could somebody please get this motherfucking beetle roach off my motherfucking screen? This nigga look like a dirty stove crumb. Can somebody please flick this nigga off my screen with some, with I don't know if you need a Windex, some grime, some degreaser, whatever the case may be, because the nigga look greasy too. It looked like that nigga dunked his head into a vat of fucking, warmed Vaseline. Like, I cannot stand no greasy, dusty looking ass nigga. So he said, but at the end of the day, I'm looking to try to get at Erica Banks. So he sings Erica Banks' song, she agrees to go on a date with him. And I'm like, that lets me know your taste level, which doesn't surprise me, because you was messing around with that nigga that basically said that you needed to get up and cook and clean at 4 a.m. in the morning and give him some top instead of, being on your phone. And that nigga had what's his name? 2 times or something like that. That nigga looked like a lesbian. That nigga looked like a stud. That nigga looked like a bush lesbian. So I don't know. So Bambi's really hurt, because Chaotic was in the interviews with Scrappy, basically throwing shade and making jokes about the breakdown of her marriage. So she approaches him and she was like, "Are you married? Are you in a relationship?" He says, "No." And she says, it's better for you to say nothing than to be commenting and playing games. That man that you're out here kikiing about the bullshit that he's doing, he has a fucking family. And that shit really fucking hurts, because at the end of the day, we're in a marriage. I made vows with this man, and you sitting here thinking that it's a game, and it's not. He was like, "I didn't even think it was no game. At the end of the day, I was just trying to stand up for my friend." He was like, "Well, how about you stand up for his family? How about you do that?" And then, in the confessional, he's up there like, I just let Bambi, take all her frustrations out on me. And I was like, she's not taking her frustrations out on you. You put yourself into something, running your motherfucking mouth like you've been doing all of this episode, not knowing how to shut the fuck up and mind your motherfucking business. And now now you're getting checked for it. Have some fucking cool, some intelligence. Be a fucking man instead of a fucking goofy ass fucking class clown. I can't stand you fucking class clown 38, 39, 40-year-old niggas. We ain't laughing, bitch. Anyway, so Bambi goes to Rashida and the girls and says, it's never been a moment that she has not been receptive to Scrappy and his feelings. She allows him to live, but he don't know nothing about a power bill, a light bill, a water bill, a car bill, a house bill, a couch bill, any type of bill that there is. Scrappy don't know shit about it, apparently. And then she says that, and he stopped paying his portion on the rent, and like they're about to get evicted, so she has to move out, and she's really fucking scared. And I was like, Scrappy, you really ain't shit. Like, you really not. Like, you really not. Like, you really sitting here with whole fucking children and you ain't paying your portion of the fucking rent so your children have a place to sleep, have a place to lay their head. Like, you really are a bitch ass nigga. And the fact that, Mama D pushed you out of her desert weasel cooch lets me know that you wasn't shit when you came into this fucking world. Like, it's really fucking gross how you were sitting here, like, basically abandoning your duties, abandoning what the fuck you're supposed to be doing in your relationship, in your marriage. And I just have no fucking, no respect for you at all. Especially if you can't even fucking, if you like, y'all niggas want to be men and like act like y'all smart, acting like y'all run the household, but you can't even pay bills, nigga. You don't know anything about the bills. You can't pay your portion of the rent. Oh, you niggas disgust me. You niggas disgust me. And then she lets them know that, that she is going through with the divorce, and they sitting there like, are you serious? Or do you really want to go through with it? Like, yes, bitch, she wants to go through with it. Stop questioning her. Like, this nigga is obviously ain't shit. He don't give a fuck about this family. Like, Scrappy mentally exited this marriage a long time ago when he started busting nuts back in Diamond. So at the end of the day, this is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. And I'm so mad because Scrappy's kind of fine. But anyway. So now we see Scrappy and Bambi, packing up the house. Bambi is packing up the house with Scrap, and she says she's trying to be cordial, but she's getting irritated. So she says, I like how your attitude is nonchalant and careless. He says, I'm just acting like I'm like stuff is happening. Scrap says, I ain't the only one in the marriage and I'm hurt too. She was like, how are you hurt? When have I not gave you what you asked for? When have I not, been there for you? How are you hurt? He says that, he was just trying to help her move. She was like, trying to help me move. You mean me and your children, nigga? Me and your children, your family? You're trying to help us move out of the fucking house that you decided to stop paying rent in, and now we're getting fucking evicted because you don't want to get a fucking job, be a real man. You want to live out your motherfucking punk ass fantasies as a motherfucking fake ass rap artist. Who the fuck ever listened to a Scrappy record, bitch? I never did. I never did. I never listened to any of that shit. And was that nigga even, let me go look, was this nigga even in Crime Mob? Let me look. I don't think Scrappy Doodle Doo was ever in Crime Mob. Let me go see if I can see Crime Mob. So in Crime Mob, it's MIG, Psycho Black, aka Money Black, Lil J, Princess, Diamond, and the past member is Killer C. And in any of those Killer C's, Diamonds, and Princesses, Lil J's, Black, Psycho Blacks, and MIGs, I don't motherfucking see Scrappy Doodle Doo anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. Get your ass, nigga. So she says, you trying to help me move. You picked a fine time to help me. You shouldn't help me try to stay in this bitch. And like it basically they started arguing and going into it. And he was like, you ain't that soft. You don't be real with me. You always want me to do this and want me to do that. She was like, you don't offer me the moment to be soft because I always have to take care of everything. And this is what women mean when they say that they can be soft and feminine if they're given the opportunity to. But you niggas don't allow that. Women have to take care of themselves. Even when they're in a relationship, y'all, they still have to take care of themselves. And then y'all want them to be soft and delicate when they literally are carrying the whole weight of the world on their shoulders. She ain't got to be soft and delicate with you, bitch. Go to your mama for that. At the end of the day, you have a whole fucking child and a wife that you need to provide for, that you needed to make sure was secured and okay. But you was out here fucking bitches on the Millennium Tour with a hoe that got bad wigs and a failed rap career. At the end of the day, Diamond, them 32 flavors of that bootylicious bubblegum expired back in 2010, and that shit is expired to date. We're not here for it. Okay. Now, so he was like, so she said, you be bringing people into this marriage. You in there texting with your ex, so I go through your phone and I see you up here texting your ex, Diamond? And then he was like, yeah, I was texting her. So now remember the story that he said that they was just doing a little bit of flirting, a little kiki here, a little kiki there. But at the end of the day, Bambi let us know that she looked in his phone and this nigga was arranging link ups in hotel rooms with Diamond so he could fish up in that cooch. Oh, bitch ass, nasty ass, dirty dick ass niggas. Can't stand you niggas. You niggas ain't shit. Y'all really not. So she was like, and then he was like, you trying to sabotage my career. Why? Because she's bringing up the fact that you cheated on her? Because she's bringing up the fact that you acting like you're a fucking man and that you're fucking the king of Atlanta. Meanwhile, you can't even afford a fucking house or a fucking rental payment. Then on top of that, you out here dipping your puss in other holes when you ain't even providing for your household and your children. Like, girl, like, ain't nobody, you're sabotaging your own career. And then Erica said, I never tried to sabotage your career. You can go and do your whatever you wanted to do, but all I'll ask is that you came fucking home afterwards, not go fuck other bitches in hotel rooms, nigga. And then, we left off on there. Y'all, it was a very interesting episode. I enjoyed myself. I really did. I can't say I did not like this episode. It was pretty good. I'm very interested to see how the rest of this season goes. It really gives that old ass, love and hip hop that I became so accustomed to when I was growing up. So I'm really excited to see what it's hitting on. So yeah. So y'all, I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for participating. For those of y'all who did watch, hopefully y'all enjoyed the review because I really enjoyed making it. I don't know why it was so it was such serious topics in this episode, but I felt I was being more, more light about it. But we'll have more reviews, more drags, more things to get into. But I want to thank all of you guys for watching. I love every single one of y'all, and I want every single one of y'all to know that you guys are important, that you guys have purpose, that you guys are meant to be here. Look in the mirror in the mornings, look in the mirror before you go to bed, and let yourself know that you are loved, that you deserve to be loved, and that you have purpose on this earth. And I love you, okay? And if nobody ever told you that you are important and loved, I told you today. And if you need a hug, here you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you felt that because I know I did. I enjoyed it too. Now, you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all night, morning, or day, and I plan on doing the same. Okay, y'all? Peace.